back to Statesman.com. I'm Danny Davis. This is Rick Cantu. We're your high school football guys. It's Monday, and we're going to do what we do every Monday. And let's talk about what we learned this past week. Week 2's in the book. Rick, out of everything you saw this past weekend, what is one thing that kind of stood out to you?
Danny, one of the things that I learned is that Hendrickson, one, is still a very good football team.
Very good.
And two, they're an excellent offensive team. I thought after they lost Samaje Perine from last year, now at Oklahoma, of course, that they were going to fall off the map a little bit on offense, but not the case. They're averaging 43 points after 2 games. They've won them both. They're looking really good. I thought the Hawks were going to go down a notch or two, but no, not the case. They're a well-coached team.
Yeah, still contending. They're down at San Antonio, playing Brandeis this upcoming weekend. Let's stay in District 13 6A for what I learned. Rouse High School, you were there, lost a 33-14 game to Cedar Park. I learned that Rouse fans shouldn't be freaking out quite yet. The Raiders are 0-2, which is a little bit of a surprise for us. We had them ranked 3rd in our preseason team. But you take a closer look at who they've played. They haven't played well, but they played San Antonio Brennan, a really good 6A team, just outside the 6A class for AP, their 6A poll. Cedar Park in the AP's Class 5A poll, lost to both teams last year, so they played 2 very good teams. I think this upcoming week against Leander is going to tell a lot about Rouse, but they have the talent. They have Billy Ray McCrary, Will Noble on the offensive line, Chris Hode, Ryan Heinrich, 2 very good linebackers. So don't freak out yet, Raider fans, but we'll talk again after they play Leander.
They can freak out if they lose to Leander.
Yeah. That's enough talking about the teams. Let's talk about the individuals. One game ball, who are you going to give it to?
I'm going to give it to Drake Williams. We don't always recognize the defense, but in this case, Pflugerville has earned it. Pflugerville has only given up a total of 27 points in 2 games. And all Williams did was 11 tackles. He forced a fumble. He had a sack. He blocked a pass. And he rushed for a touchdown. He was a former offensive player who moved to defense this year. Maybe reluctantly, but the way he's playing now, maybe not. Maybe defense was meant to be his forte all along.
That's a good stat line. I'm going to go to McAllen for my game ball. Clement Jones. Talked a lot about Sabian Cannon on these videos, but Sabian was not able to play in last week's game against Lehman. So Clement Jones got a lot of the offensive workload. 320 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns. Actually, the second 300-yard performance of his career, which is pretty impressive. You don't see a lot of running backs with that many yardage. McCallum beat Lehman in overtime, which was huge for McCallum. A 0-2 start was not what people were expecting out there. So they just gave the ball to number 3, and he produced a lot. And if he can continue this going forward, that race for that District 26 5A MVP award is going to be wide open. A lot of good talent out of that district. But yeah, those are our game balls. That's what we learned this week. Check back with us on Thursday, and we'll be previewing 4 of this upcoming weekend's games.